There sure were, and some fun moments to come in the NBA world. NBA free agency opens officially on Monday at 6, but we needed this full tag board for our NBA insider, Shams Charania, because he has been busy all week long, and that includes today. Shams, the Stars in L.A., they made some decisions on Sunday. What more can you tell us about what's going on in L.A.?
Kelsey, let's start with the biggest star of them all, and that's LeBron James. He opted into his $52.6 million contract for next season. So what we do know right now is LeBron James will play a record 23rd NBA season. Still unsure whether he has one season left in this illustrious career or multiple years. But one thing that's certain, he wants to compete for a championship. And I'm told he is a little uncertain about the Lakers roster and their future. He does understand, though, that Lakers are positioning themselves for the future around Luka Doncic. And his agent, longtime agent, Rich Paul, the CEO of Clutch Sports, told me today that they understand the Lakers are looking into the future. They value the relationship they've had, and they're appreciative of the relationship with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka. But LeBron James is at the point in his career, 40 years old. He's going to evaluate what's best for him based on what moves the Lakers make or don't make. So this is an interesting wrinkle in free agency. And then the other big move in L.A., James Harden, he's agreed to a 2-year, $81.5 million contract to return to the Clippers. I'm told the second year is a player option. It is a partially guaranteed second year. So this is really a good faith maneuver and a partnership both sides started 2 years ago. It gives them a raise this season, but this does give them flexibility long term. And they have the ability next season, next summer, to create max salary space. So James Harden, Kawhi Leonard locked in again for next season. The Clippers have an eye on contending now and a little bit in the future.
And Kawhi, with those 2 years left, could line up pretty nicely if that all works out. We saw that tag board. I know you've been busy. I just saw you on the phone a second ago. So what other moves do you have that have been notable so far?
So two big moves in the Western Conference. Julius Randle has agreed to a 3-year, $100 million deal to stay with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He has a player option in that third year, and this locks in Randle and Naz Reid to contracts. The Timberwolves were 44-25 with him in the lineup, 5-8 without him. And then elsewhere in the Western Conference, a burgeoning, rising contender, Jabari Smith Jr. He is the first rookie extension guy done. He's signing a 5-year, $122 million deal. He's the only player from that 2022 draft class that had 2,500 points and 1,500 rebounds. They really believe in his ability, so much so they held him out of any Kevin Durant trade conversations. They landed Kevin Durant anyway.
Which you know makes, I'm sure, Kevin Durant very happy to have him there in the mix. Before you go, as if you weren't busy enough, we got other news to get to because Detroit Pistons guard Malik Beasley, he made headlines today for allegations that are related to gambling. What more can you tell us about that story, Shams?
The U.S. District Attorney, I'm told, is investigating Malik Beasley for alleged gambling on NBA games and prop bets. The alleged allegations occurred during the 2023-2024 season. His attorney did tell me an investigation is not a charge. Malik is afforded the same right of the presumption of innocence as anyone else under the U.S. Constitution. So he has not been charged with anything yet, but he was set to sign a 3-year, $42 million deal with the Pistons to return. Now those talks are on pause. His entire free agency is on hold. This is an active investigation.
As you said, allegations right now. We will continue following this story. We know you will be all over it, as you will with everything else that's happening as we get ready for negotiations for free agency can officially begin 6 p.m. Eastern on Monday. He won't be sleeping all week, though, Shams.
Hall of Fame. And finally, current Reds manager Terry Francona. Francona won 2 World Series back in 2004 and 2007 when he was the Red Sox skipper. He's also a 3-time AL Manager of the Year award winner. I'll have more later on from the BMX Mount Rushmore National Park.
All right, Shay, thanks so much. South Dakota's best athletes on their Mount Rushmore. So, Kev, that got us thinking, let's do our Mount Rushmores of athletes that we're the biggest fans of. But here's the thing. I was told that if you do anyone from the Bills, that you're automatically disqualified.
Disqualified?
So now, who do you have?
All right, so we got to completely adjust things because it would have been all 4 Bills. All right, for me, I'm going Sherman Douglas back in the day. Former Syracuse point guard. People ask me, who do you want to be when you grow up? It wasn't Marv Albert. It wasn't Bob Costas. I wanted to be Sherman Douglas. Ricky Henderson, as a Yankee, must-see TV, the most electric player, greatest leadoff hitter of all time. Roy Jones, my favorite athlete of all time. I've covered Roy Jones at about 3-4 of his fights. There wasn't a question whether he was going to win. It was he going to lose a round back in the day? So Roy Jones is my third. And then I guess I'm DQ'd here, Kels.
He's out.
Josh Allen. It could have been Jim Kelly. It could have been Thurman Thomas. Could have been Joe Ferguson back in the day. But I'm going Josh Allen, the league MVP, the best in the NFL. Who's yours?
I guess I will let it stand because of that. Listen, I went with my also favorite athletes, but also the ones that like make me feel a lot. And I got to start with the greatest of all time. I'm going to MJ. Don't hit me with that LeBron debate. I've got MJ as the greatest of all time for his illustrious career. And I don't mind the shoes that he created either. I'm just saying. I know that doesn't have anything to do with what he did on the court. But also, you said your favorite athlete. For me, it's Mia Hamm. A kid playing soccer growing up, watching that 99 World Cup team and Mia Hamm, it still makes me feel something to this day, so I had to put her on there. Tiger Woods as well. So many great golfers, and I think I was like, do I do him or Jack Nicklaus? I had to go with Tiger. I got to be there when Tiger won the Masters in 2019. Really comeback with my dad as we're bawling with a bunch of other babies, grown-ups all around us. Everybody seemed like a baby.
I was going to ask you, was that Dallin's influence? But I guess not.
No, that was mine. Okay. It's my dad's influence because we watched golf so much growing up, so that was really special. And then I had to give a nod to Serena Williams. I wish that, I've recently picked up tennis. Wish I could play anything like her. But the 23 Grand Slam titles, what she has done and overcome throughout her illustrious career, had to give the nod to the GOAT, Serena Williams.
Pretty solid. A lot of GOATs up there, right? MJ, Mia, Tiger, and Serena.
It is. Meanwhile, speaking of for the win, as they win 6-4. Time for us to kiss things goodbye on this edition of SportsCenter. But Kev, more coming.
We've got Trevor Scales, Ryan Smith standing by, and Shams Charania in studio. The very latest with NBA free agency about to get going, plus a masterpiece from Tarek Scoop. Stick around.